For years, Jamia Canned Plant has made a name for herself, healing relationships and building bridges. She has braved relationships torn apart by infidelity.
I'm sorry I watched the new episode of Euphoria without you, baby. Zendaya's just such a baddie.
Brokenness. Next time I say I'm taking you out somewhere, I promise I'll make sure the place don't have a drive-thru. And even Crocs.
I guess I just didn't understand how much they meant to you.
There's no relationship she can't fix. I'm Jamaya Canned Plant, world-renowned television personality with minimal credentials, and I'm here to fix your man. On tonight's episode, a relationship torn apart by Jordan Peele? I guess it probably started in 2017, right after we saw Get Out. In fact, maybe that was our last good day. He's a pretty normal guy. He worked in the corporate world as an IT tech. But things started to shift. After the movie, he really liked the memes about Kanye being in the sunken place, but one Reddit thread led to another, and suddenly he was asking me to call him King Ra. I would say that's when the Hotepery began. I have stuck with him through all these years. And my therapist says that's because of an overwhelming sense of complacency and the fear of having invested time into something that doesn't work out. But I know that Brian is still in there somewhere, under all of that raw shea butter and beard oil.
Jamaya, my man's rampant Hotep behavior has started to ruin our once happy lives. I want the man I fell in love with back. He refuses to eat vegetables.
Kings dying on me. We was kings.
He's fallen into a hyper-masculine attitude about everything.
You know rom-coms were created to emasculate the black man, right?
And he is so lost in conspiracies, he refuses to do even the most basic self-care activities.
Nah, I will never put on the white man's protection bomb. Jamaya, fix my man. From everything I see here, we have what we call a level 4 Hotep. Now level 3, we start to get a little bit more concerned. That's when we get the Twitter fingers. That's where the toxic masculinity starts to ramp up a bit. They will refer to black women as queens, but they will fail to respect them. Beyond that, we've got to skip up to level 5. Level 5, we have the Dr. Umars, and unfortunately for them, the case is irreversible. This is usually after the legal name change, and at this point, it's best to accept what has been done. But between level 3 and 4, between the Twitter fingers and the Dr. Umars, we have the LLC Hoteps. These people believe that without any ideas or talents, they will be able to start a business and somehow break the chains of their oppression through the systems of the oppressors. Now, unfortunately, they think that the only challenge that they face is how to mentally outrun the white devil. I truly do believe that in the case of Brian, aka King Ra, we have a level 4 who is dangerously close to level 5. I'm employing Operation Queens. Jamaya has proven to be an absolute chameleon in her approaches to fixing men, but Operation Queens hasn't been done in years. Jamaya has found that Hoteps love acronyms and other Hoteps. Queen stands for kings and queens, but less so, with enlightenment enriched by natural solution. As her office is transformed into a Hotepery consultation agency, Jamaya is hard at work prepping for Brian. The best way to get to level 4s is to assimilate. I can only hope that it's not too late, but you can usually get them to change course and work their way back to a level 2 or 1 by using their own logic against them. How you doing, sister? Yeah, come on, have a seat, brother. Have a seat. Let me take my mask off. Yeah, it's getting caught in my earrings. Yeah. Let me put this back here. So, first of all, hand sanitizer? No. Shea butter? Listen, my man, so when talking to your queen, she gave me some troubling information.
So she's snitching.
Nah, brother. She wasn't trying to snitch. You see, she was trying to encourage you to greater levels of elevation.
I do like to elevate. Yeah,
Man, she
like
loves
to
you.
elevate.
You got a good one there, bro. You got a good one. Some of these people they're messing up with you. I mean, in typical king fashion, you know how to find a queen. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
You right.
All right. Yeah. So here's the thing, brother. She told me you're not wearing sunscreen.
Nah, sis, that's the devil's protection bomb. It might even be a protection spell, but I'm not 100% sure on the spell.
Oh. All right, let's unpack this, right? So remember that we are the original people, bro. We are the original people. The original people. That's right. So since we're the original people, we were closer to the equator. We got our melanin, am I right, to protect us from the sun. And then they moved farther from the equator, and they got that skin that just like reflects it, right? So they know when they've been in the sun too long because they be turning red, they be peeling, they look like tomatoes. Am I right?
Yeah, bro, like cherry tomatoes.
I know I'm right,
like
bro.
Nice cherry tomatoes.
So what do though? They pollute our atmosphere. They open up a hole in the ozone layer. And now, when they've been in the sun too long, their skin's gonna say, bow, bow, bow. We've been in the sun too long. They got the hole in the ozone layer. What's our skin? Our skin says melanin popping even harder, right? So we don't know how much we're being harmed, bro. So then what do they tell us? What do they tell us? They get in our heads. They get in our minds. They get in our brains.
Wow.
What do they tell us?
Black people
don't need sunscreen. That's right, because they figured out the formula, but they don't want to share it with us. They don't want to share it with us.
They never do. Wow, I gotta get me some.
That's what I'm saying. Ozone layers open, heat coming in. What else do they whisper into the ears of the black community? You can't swim. They segregate the public pools. We don't got pools to go to. We don't learn how to swim. Now we can't swim. Why is that so bad with the ozone layer? Because the water levels are rising, brother. They are trying to take us out.
Yeah, they always are.
You see what I'm saying?
Always
right?
are.
You see what I'm saying? So my suggestions for after you leave here, bro.
Wow.
I want you to get a gym membership, right? I want you to start swimming. Amongst other exercises to help you swim even better. But I want you to start learning how to swim. I want the backstroke. I want the butterfly. I want all of it, brother.
You see, I ain't really exercised in a while because I thought that it was really just the white man wanting to see the black man continue to run as though he was a runaway slave. But now I see what was going on there, man.
I want you to learn how to swim. And if you out there on the beach and you swimming, guess what you're going to be wearing? That's right.
Oh.
That's my man right there, man. Yeah, man. I assume you're eating vegetables too, right?
Man, nah, that's not of the Lord.
You know what hurts me? It hurts me for real because I got all you enlightened brothers out here. And I don't even know if you're ready for the information because if you're still thinking like that, when's the last time you ate a vegetable that wasn't fried?
Like, oh man, like
they got you
2018?
fooled, brother. They got you fooled, brother.
Nah, we were hunters in Africa. Yeah, we used to eat meat.
Where'd you learn that?
Its original form, bro.
And who wrote the history books? Yeah, let me tell you this, bruv. As a king, you gotta learn this. All right? So, the men were the hunters. The women were the gatherers. The women would actually gather the bulk of the food. Yeah, bro. They would gather most of the food. And you know what would happen, though? The meat was like a little something extra thrown there. A little something.
Damn, sis.
The meat introduced the luxury to the meal. They was eating like salads and stuff. And then the meat introduced the luxury. So as a king, Remember, she don't need you like that. You're a luxury.
We elevate my
But that's
sisters
your
with
role
luxury.
as a man to introduce the luxury to the world. So when they got you out here eating meat 5 meals a day, if we can go out there and get this meat all the time, what the hell do they need a man for? That's a plot against the black man, bro. They got people eating meat all the damn time. And for what? So that people feel like they don't need the black man anymore. That's facts, bro. That's facts. So if you make your diet mostly veggie based, and then from time to time you cook yourself up a steak, that's how you prove that you're a man. You know what you're about. You know your place. You know what you're, say it with me. I'm a man. Say it with me, I'm a man. That's right. You got to let the white devil know what's up, you know. And I'm sure you can afford that too, right? What career are you in?
Now, I used to work in IT, working for the white devil, but I actually stopped working there and I've started my own business creating beard oils. Yeah, and I know it might sound weird because my beard is looking a little light these days, but that's actually just because you see the first formula didn't go too well, but you see how it was coming in all nice and all that. We were finding it, bro. We were finding it.
Give me a second.
Yo, where you going?
Oh no, I had to get some of my common eucalyptus oil to put into my luscious hair because he's stressing me out right now. He's stressing me out, man. I'm wondering if this session is really going as well as I'd like to say it is. I'm gonna need a little bit more.
Oh, it's going.
So you mean to tell me
I thought I was doing
that you had a job in which you had control of the oppressor's technology and you gave it up in order to focus on vain desires such as your beard?
Nah, bro, I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was.
I've been calling you a king, but you barely even acting like a prince right now, my friend. Barely even acting like a prince right now. You need some, okay. Here's what we gonna do. I know somebody, he's hiring, he's looking for an IT professional. We gonna get you a job there. You introduce yourself as Brian, you act as Brian, you blend into the corporate world and you do your job, and you do it well, brother. You do it well. But all the time, subconsciously, you don't have to try it. You better not try it or it's gonna mess it up. Subconsciously, your brain is gonna be collecting all sorts of information because you have the original mind of the original people. And when push comes to shove, when the time comes, you have what we need for this revolution.
Yo, I be like Hercules Mulligan, up in it, loving it. I like Hamilton, bro. I didn't even think about that.
I know you didn't think about it. I know. But that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I'm a queen uplifting her kings, am I right? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, the whole plot to make you stop wearing sunscreen and not swim and exercise and all of this is a plot built against you. So really my goal here is just to get you out of it, Brian.
Because see, that's a plot against men right there. Like they got these men out here, they got men out here wearing skirts. They got men out here loving their homies. They got men out here wearing nail polish. They got men out here acknowledging their own insecurities and seeking therapy. It's like they're doing all this. They're trying to emasculate the black man.
Brian, our session is nearly done, but I have to say that's one of the most concerning things you have said to me thus far. See, what do Karens do? What are Karens the worst at?
Well, I guess what Karens do is mobilize their whiteness in order to cause violence and incite violence against non-white people, specifically and most often black men. They're able to do this because in a patriarchal society, doing things under the guise of protecting women is more easily forgiven. It happened with Emmett Till, and it happens today, constantly. Only now we have cameras, and memes, and Karens. or whatever.
Well, no, they're very good at that. What are they the worst at, brother?
Minding their business.
That's right. Karens are the worst at minding their own damn business. So when you see a man in the street in a skirt and you are thinking he's some type of way for it, guess what you're not doing? Minding your own damn business.
Man.
They're trying to get the Karen mindset inside of you so you'll start forgiving the Karens. We cannot allow that, bro. One second you were Brian, next second you were Kevin, suddenly you were Karen. We can't allow that.
I want to be Karen.
That's right, bro. So from now on, mind your business. Prove to them you're not a Karen. You see somebody, you see a man in a skirt, most you gotta say is, I like the color.
No, that's true. Sometimes
Unless you don't
they
like
wear
the color,
like
you ain't gotta
cool
lie.
colors and stuff.
You ain't gotta lie at all. But you know what I'm saying, right, bro?
Like, love is love and skirts are fabric or whatever.
I feel as though we've reached a significant level of enlightenment during this time period, and I'm gonna help you out. I don't do this for everybody, but I like to give you this bag. That's right. Take that, brother. Inside of that, you will find sunscreen. Not only some large bottles for you, but some smaller bottles for yourself. You'll find Post-it notes where you can make notes for yourself to remind yourself things such as, I will introduce myself as Brian. You're going to find a little gift card. I suggest you take your queen out to dinner. Maybe a vegetarian place, or a place where you, for the first time in a very long time, order a salad.
Yeah, now
Yes,
I can
brother.
elevate my queen.
And no, she does not want to go to Cheesecake Factory.
Now, how'd you know I was going to take her to
That's just my
Cheesecake
job.
Factory?
Not only that, you are going to find a discount for the first 2 months. First 2 months. You got to pay after that. First 2 months at a gym. Membership free. One more thing, as long as I'm at it. Yes, sir. Here's the information for that person I told you about hiring an IT professional.
You for real, bro.
As you go,
For
Brian.
real.
I just pray you go in peace.
Yeah, sis, I mean, can I take this? Right. Yeah, keep your head up. Keep your head up.
Respect you, bro. I think what we see with Brian is a classic success story. It can't always be that great. It can't always be that rewarding. But we've found something amazing there. I can only hope that when Cece writes back, it's a good report. Since you work with Brian, so much has changed. For starters, he's going by Brian again. Yesterday, he took me to a date to a real restaurant. Yep, not the Cheesecake Factory, even though he still feels as though they are somehow involved in the fight for our liberation. While I still have to deal with certain rants in private, they have not made it to a public sphere. People are even stopping telling me that he is an absolute waste of time, money, and energy. It seems like there may be hope for us after all. From Cece.